5.5 years ago. Just moved to New York, got a job at a restaurant, served this guy and a girl, didn't think anything of it, end up leaving his number for me, right? I thought, you know what? I live in New York now. I deserve this. I'm going to go on a date. We ended up deciding to go to this really cute wine bar that I had heard of, always wanted to go to. I show up there. I'm dressed up, really cute, but not overly done, but like cute. I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Finally, this guy shows up, and he's really short, kind of frumpy sweater, didn't really dress up for the occasion. I'm like, okay, just get me a glass of wine. He starts to tell me, oh, I'm sorry I was late. I just took the train in from White Plains from my parents' house. Okay, I need a glass of wine, right? And the next thing I know, he goes, how about you want to get a pitcher of sangria? You want to get sangria at this cute, fancy, classy wine bar, and we're going to have sangria? I just kind of already knew at that point I wasn't interested. I got to go. It's been a nice night, but I got to go. So that was it. I texted him thank you, but, it was nice to meet him, but that was kind of it. And that was the last I had heard from this guy. So meanwhile, he's been infamous in my dating life. He's been known to everyone as Sangria Guy. Fast forward now, I was feeling like, you know what, I'm going to start dating again. Went on Tinder. Ended up getting connected with this one guy. He was really witty. And I decided, you know what, I'll meet up with this person. And that's a lot for me. I don't just, I have to really feel like there's something before I agree to actually meet someone in person. And he says, well, let me give you my phone number and you can then, message me yours. And then I put his number in my phone, and then all of a sudden it shows that his number is already in my phone. My heart stopped all of a sudden. It was under Danny Mysterious Man. What? This is such a mystery. I really don't know who you are. And his name on Tinder was Daniel. So I'm like, this is the same person. So I decide to message him, and I say, do you ever go by Danny? And he was like, I only go by Danny. So I said, well, Danny, you're actually in my phone. And not only are you in my phone, but you're in my phone as Danny Mysterious Man. I try to ask him, do I look familiar to you? Does my name sound familiar to you? It's a unique name? Nothing rings a bell. So he was really witty about it and sweet. He was like, I'm looking forward to meeting you again. And I thought that was nice. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to meet him. Hopefully something will pop into my head when I see him in person or something, right? Mm-hmm. So we go on this date, and he has chosen a wine bar on the Upper East Side to go to, yet again.
Not the same one.
Not the same one. I see him, and all of a sudden it all kind of hits me. But I didn't say anything. So I said, the only thing I can think is that I've worked at a lot of different restaurants in New York, and could we possibly have met at a restaurant? And he was like, well, I've only ever given my name and number to one person in my life before at a restaurant. And I was like, oh yeah, well, where was that? And he said, it was at Marseille. I said, oh, well, I worked at Marseille. And then he just kind of blankly stared at me, and he was like, you're the waitress. And I said, yeah. What are the odds that 5.5 years later, out of all of the people on Tinder in New York City, I end up swiping right, getting in this conversation, deciding to actually meet up with this person that I've already met and been on a date with and didn't even know. What are the odds? What are the odds? Sometimes a second date it's not going to get any better. If the first date wasn't good, where are you going to go from there? You can try, right? I have just had a full circle Tinder deja-date. I can't really do anything else with Tinder. I think I need to kiss Tinder goodbye now, right? I need to retire from Tinder.
I think you need to swipe left on Tinder.
Swipe left on Tinder. So the moral of the story is keep a spreadsheet of your dates. Every detail written down. What you did, where you went, what the guy looks like, the date. how you felt about it,
Polaroid.
right?
And then put on your resume, proficient at Excel.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Touche.